I have a record for most race starts without a win. That may be something you don't really want, but after losing my son, it told me why I couldn't win an NHRA race. So I took 19 years and I think it's 254 race starts, the most ever in Top Fuel without a win.
Mm.
And so Bristol does an amazing job with their everything they do. That place is amazing. Well, it's on Father's Day weekend. Well,
Oh
we
my
had
Lord.
lost Dalton a year prior to that, 2 years prior to that. And every year they bring the fathers out and they put them in a truck and they go down and they wave to the crowd. I'm like, I got to drive a 300-mile-an-hour race car today. I don't want to think about Father's Day. I just want to get in my race car and race. And I never duck out, Kenny. If the racetrack needs somebody doing something, I'm all for it. I love the
Yes.
fans. Love
Yes.
the fans. I ducked out.
Mm.
I didn't participate. I did driver intro. I'm out of there.
Right.
And it's a full race day story that we won't get to. But so I made it to the final round, and I had a calm about me. I'm going to back up one little bit. We're going up for the semifinal round, and I'm in our tow vehicle, and I'm trying to keep this race day only. It's not a Father's Day thing. It's a race day. You're getting text and phone calls. They're all good. It's people, they mean well, happy Father's Day. Well, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. But I get a knock on the window. I'm in the tow vehicle, and it's an elderly man, and he's got a little motocross chest protector, like the kids wear in motocross. Well, my son Dalton was a national champion motocross racer, and he sticks this thing in the window, and I pull a Sharpie out. I assume he just wants me to sign it. I didn't know why. And he said, "No, that's for you." And I kind of look at him, and he said, "Look at it. Dalton signed that." He said that was his first ever autograph that he signed.
Oh my gosh.
And again, I'm going up for the semifinals to race Steve Torrance, multi-time world champion. And I'm holding this little motocross chest protector that's got my kid's signature on it. I didn't know whether to cry, punch this guy. I didn't know what to feel, but I got the lump in the throat. The eyes are watering, and I look at the guy and I'm like, "Thank you. This is really cool," And he's like, I said, "I don't know what to say, but thank you." So I put this little motocross chest protector right by my helmet. And when I get up there, Steve Torrance is already in the car. I kind of made us late getting there, Kenny, because, we talk, but I'm trying to hold back the tears, all these things, all these emotions, that I had done my dangest all day to not let enter, me. I go up there, Steve's already in the car, and I go fist bump him. Dude, it didn't matter what we did the rest of the day. It was my day.
Yes.
It was my day, and that was my little boy telling me that Father's Day is still okay.
Yeah.
19 years, 250 some races. I didn't do a good job driving. I didn't do nothing special. And I won on Father's Day in my home state. And that was my Father's Day present.
Yeah, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. My brother Mike,
Yep.
my brother Mike lost his 2-year-old boy.
Mike and I hug every time we see each other because we're part of a club no parent should be a part of.
Right.
And me and Mike have a bond over that.
Yeah. Well, I'm speechless. I got to be honest. What a story, and that calming effect. These are things, I guess, every once in a while you hear, I was in the zone, or I forgot who I was talking to here lately. I did a Kenny conversation, and somebody had success, and they said it was like they were in a matrix. It was happening, And afterwards, they're like, what just happened? And they'd won it all. Do you feel like you was in the Matrix after that man came up
Yeah.
and talked to you?
Yep.
It
Yep.
just happened.
It just happened. Like it just happened. Here's a
Right.
line from my mama. When the snow's supposed to fall off the tree, it falls off the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Wow,
was
that's
supposed
it.
to happen that day. Like all those heartbreaks, I can't win, and you hear it from the people, oh, you can win on the IHRA side, but you come over here, you can't do it. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be that way, Kenny. It was
Yeah.
that's the way it was supposed to be, you
Yeah.
know. And you kind of mentioned, the little signs or whatever. I was kind of scrolling my phone because I gotta find this. I know, a lot of people will be listening to this. So I'm getting ready to race Tony Stewart in the final round.
Yeah.
And I'm fixing to put my helmet on. I'm in the back seat of our tow vehicle. I grab my phone and I look at it. You know how many texts? My son's motocross number was 25. Number 25 means a whole lot to us.
Yeah.
This was the number of text messages I had on my phone.
Look at that. You snapshotted that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
25. That's great.
And so when I'm putting my helmet on, I'm like, all right, you little turd.
You're with me.
Let's do this. We're racing Tony Stewart. Let's go.
Smoke.
Yep.
Oh,
Smoke.
man, that's awesome. That is takes my breath away. It really does, Clay. What a damn story. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, it makes me want to pause a little bit. And it really does. Well, okay, buddy. I mean,
nobody should have to do that, go through that, Kenny, but
yeah.
And your brother Mike can tell you this, when you want to talk about it, it's good. It's like when you don't want to talk about it, and sometimes I bawl when I talk about it. Sometimes I don't, but
yeah,
it's partly because of that text message. I knew I got a little message that we were going to have a good final round, and made me want to talk about him today here with you and everybody listening.